Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I am so proud of myself for putting this video out because I realized last week that it really does help me stay motivated to get up, get dressed on Monday morning, get to work. Oftentimes, maybe you fellow resellers can relate. I kind of stay in my PJs all day, which, okay, I'm wearing a t-shirt and comfy pants, that is pajamas, but it's not exactly the pajamas I wore to bed. So it does make me get up, get going, come and chat with you guys. So I really enjoy starting my Monday mornings this way, even though this past weekend was actually pretty terrible for sales, at least for my business. You will see, I think I had 7 sales go out this morning. That was from after 2 p.m. on Saturday through Monday morning at 10 a.m. So actually this is sale number 8. So we are going to jump back with some footage that I took Saturday night and Sunday of me pulling the items and sharing with you what sold. We will meet back here. I will share with you some of my notable sales from last week. Not all of them. It was actually a pretty great sales week. I've got some good sales, some bad sales, some super fast sales to share with you, and a little snippet of Miss Rose. I know a lot of you guys love to watch my stories over on Instagram where I share all of my ducks, and especially my duck who has a wheelchair. She's still hanging with us. So we're gonna jump in. I did just have another sale come through, and it was these Brooks, and I wanna share this with you because I know oftentimes resellers, they say, I never pick up flawed items on purpose. You know, sometimes we can't help what comes in mystery boxes. I did pick these up on purpose at a fill a bag sale I went to maybe 2 weeks ago. And these look like a puppy grabbed a hold of them. They are otherwise in pretty great condition. And then this toe has a little bit of wear. So overall, they're pretty good. They were flawed, but I knew I recorded my cost of goods as $1, even though I know I probably only had maybe 25 cents, if that, into them because I shoved a lot of things in my bag. So just wanted to share, these sold in 24 hours. I had them listed at $20. I took a $10 offer. I only listed these on Poshmark. When I have super play condition items, I do list them only on Posh because I enjoy their, they have sellers backs. You know, I do a whole thing, the read in the description, lots of asterisks in the title, close-up pictures. So, you know, I don't believe I'll ever get a return request, and Posh, even if I did, Posh would side with me. So I don't cross-list the super worn items like this, but I'm sharing this with you because I sold these, made a profit of $6 in 24 hours. I'm going to use the free priority mailer and toss it in my mailbox. So honestly, like $6 these days, what will that buy you? Some eggs. I will say, if you have an Aldi, eggs are now about $2.60 here in Orlando at Aldi. At Publix, they are still $7. So I also am going to share with you on, let's see, Thursday last week, I had this pair of On Cloud running shoes in horrible condition. I mean, they were bad. Structurally, yes, they could still be worn, but they showed a lot of wear. They had a lot of stains. I washed them, I soaked them. I will show you a couple of the photos. Same thing, I listed them for $20. Very quickly got a $10 offer, made $6. So, you know, they also came from a fill a bag sale. I never would have picked these up from a traditional thrift. I never would have paid up. But if someone hands you, or maybe a family member gives them to you, get it listed. All right, this was my very long and drawn out intro. I am making this intro after I have already sent my packages out, so I've got to hurry and go pack these up real quick so that I can pop them in the mailbox with the rest. And we will meet back here to go over some other sales. See you in a minute. All right, so these are the few sales that came in. It is Saturday night before I go to bed. And these coat shoes, these came out of my personal closet. They're in pretty great shape. They sold on Poshmark for $20. These Columbia shorts I've had listed forever. I sent out a 40% off offer on some old items today. They accepted. These sold for $16. Then I had my first ever bundle sale on Mercari, which is super interesting because each of these items were listed with the 8-ounce shipping label. And when they put them in the bundle and purchased, Mercari sent me a label for only 8 ounces. And I mean, it's close, it's 8.2, but I've got to add the label. I just assumed that they would make it a 16 ounce, but according to Mercari's handwritten policy, and I got some answers from you guys over on Instagram, and I actually checked out a Mercari Facebook group. Apparently, Mercari policy says if your bundles that they created go over weight, Mercari is going to cover the charge, which, I mean, that's all great for items that don't go from first class to priority, but I did read that a lot of people have had issues of the items being returned to sender for insufficient postage, even though Mercari says to just send it and they'll pay the extra. So I don't know how I feel about that. Thankfully, mine is still all within first class, but I do feel like that needs to be updated. I should be able to enter the weight on a bundle. So I forgot to mention, I did have $4 into these from Plato's, and these items, this is a BB-8 New Tags Disney Parks t-shirt. This is a Moana little girl's one-piece bathing suit. I had $1 into each of these. So $2 in and sold for $28 plus shipping. All right. It's been a little bit of a slow Saturday, so let's hope lots more sales come in tonight, and then we have all day tomorrow. All right, Sunday morning, this sold overnight. The brand is Rags, R-A-G-S, and they are known for their rompers, like toddler-style rompers, tank top ones especially, super cute. And this is actually a dress. You'll see the picture. I love it, but we don't need it. So I picked it up for $1, which was a steal at a local sale, and it sold on Kidizen for $33. So that was a great sale, and I didn't even have to pull it. It was in my Hulkin, which is behind me, of items that I still needed to come in here and put away. And one more to pull for now is this. The brand is Hatley. They make really great quality clothes. They also make kids clothes. I mostly sell kids of this brand. I did pick this up from the ThredUp outlet. I averaged my cost of goods for $5.23. So I have had it listed for a while. It's really cute with horses on it. And this sold for, I think, $23. I have the memory of a fish. I literally just looked at my spreadsheet before I walked in here, but you'll see it on the screen. So a decent little sale. It just took longer than I would have liked, but that's kind of, when I buy stuff from the ThredUp outlet, I'm always trying to hit that 20 so I can get 40% off. So sometimes I get items that I know might not be fast sellers, but will still sell. So these are the two things. First thing, Sunday morning. Oh man, it was a not so fabulous Sunday. I had 2 whole sales, and I'm thankful for them, but a lot slower than last weekend. All right, I sold these Taos sneakers. I have sold the sandals. This is a great brand. Never seen any sneakers. They sold pretty quickly. I did have $6 into them, and they sold for $36 on Posh. I did sell that Hatley popover for $30. I think I thought they were sold for $23 or something. I also sold a pair of Crocs, but those are in my office still. Let's go grab them. Well, the Crocs I sold, I haven't even put away yet. I will say I was very busy this weekend. I photographed this stuff on Friday, and it's still not even put away. But we did a lot of house projects, and I did not do any listing. I did relisting using Posher VA, best thing ever. But I was not listing any new inventory, and obviously, I believe that is what had an effect on my sales. So I sold these Crocs, let's see, a weird size, men's 1, women's 3, but they sold on Kidizen for $17.85. So these are the only other 2 sales so far. It is only 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, so my mail comes around 11. If anything else comes in, I will add it in. Hey babe.
Morning.
We haven't seen you in a video in a while.
Yeah,
so
I'm busy.
Thought I would, make a cameo.
Oh, okay.
He's going to take my packages the long walk down to the mailbox. I'm a little bummed because it's Monday and they all fit. I like being able to...
That I have to go to the post office?
On Mondays, yes. It was a slow weekend.
It's all right. I mean, it's better than none.
It is better than none. Seven sales going out.
Yeah. Oh.
1 Mercari, 1 Kidizen, and the rest Posh.
Alrighty.
So, all right. Love you. Goodbye. Miss Rose. She was being a little noisy. Let's pop in some footage of the crazy old lady. Good morning, Miss Rose. Did you sleep well? Did you sleep well? Oh, you're not awake yet, you cranky girl. Say, we're hanging in there. Rose had her first bath in her sling yesterday, and I'm gonna put a little clip in and show you. I had still been putting her in my bathtub with a bath mat, but she just seemed uncomfortable. She just really cannot be out of her sling because she cannot stand or walk or any of those things. So we needed to find a way to bathe her, and I think it was successful. Arlo, what do you think? Come here. Say, they're friends. They're friends, right? You need to go see the groomer. All right, Miss Rose. It's almost time to go outside. She sits here with me for my coffee and to do my morning computer work, and then she goes outside for the day. Yay, Miss Rose's first bath in her wheelchair. We just took the wheels off. It's working. You're doing duck things again, Miss Rose. Yay. So I thought I would throw in what I am making for dinner tonight. You guys, I am obsessed with my crock pot. Like, I love crock pot cooking. Anyway, my kids requested orange chicken tonight. I don't feel like going to the store. I'm out. This is one of my favorite seasonal items from Aldi. Whew, I love Aldi. And it's only good for like another 2 months. And I did Google and find that fig can be replaced. It can be a replacement for orange marmalade. So I don't know. We're gonna try it out. I mean, it's good. It's gonna be sweet chicken. So hopefully that works out in my favor. And this is a 4 with the chicken recipe. So 2/3 a cup of both of those and a couple tablespoons of this. And I'm gonna make some fried rice. And that's an easy Monday night dinner because we've got scouts, we've got ballet, and I love it. All right, you saw what I sold on Saturday afternoon and Sunday, and 2 sales this morning here on Monday. So let's chat about just a couple of my sales that I had since last Monday. We're not gonna chat about all of them, just some things that are notable, maybe some brands to be on the lookout for, and various things. All right, the first sale was this gorgeous little girl's dress. The brand is Doll Cake. All one word. It is very expensive, and I actually paid up for this dress. I purchased it for one of my daughters, and we ended up not wearing it. I was going to do a photo shoot, and then she grew. The dress didn't grow. So I did pay $35.99 for this dress. I sourced it online, and it sold on eBay. Yes, ma'am. I am making a couple eBay sales for $106. So, after my high cost of goods, the fees and all of that, I made a profit of $43.87. So I more than doubled my money, and I'm very happy with that. All right, on Poshmark, I sold this pair of Madewell maternity jeans. So don't skip out on the maternity section. You're going to search through a lot of Isabel something from Target, a lot of maternity items that are not worth reselling. However, if you find these name brand, higher end quality denim brands, I did pay up at for these at $8.99. They sold for $85 very quickly. So that was a fantastic sale. All right, I've got 2 more eBay sales to share with you. All of this happened this past week. So I sold a Disney Parks Fluffy Spirit jersey. I'd never seen one of these before. I am in Orlando. I do find a lot of Disney items. You will see that if you are new here with a lot of my hauls and what solds. So this was a kid's size, and I had $5 into it, sold on eBay for $43. And also on eBay, this item, this is a Lily Pulitzer sweater. This is one of those cases where I traded a bunch of my 200-pound items from ThredUp to a Plato's, and I like to at least trade for some items. So I take in 100 items, I walk out with 5, and they're higher end items. So it was this sweater. I did pay $20 for this, which was a lot, but it was brand new with the tags. I loved it, and if I love an item, I'm more apt to run home and list it, which I did. It sold for $48, so my profit was $16.70. I almost doubled my money, and I was really happy with a super fast flip, and someone's going to love that sweater. Had it been my size, I would have kept it. All right, the next item I am sharing with you because you're inevitably going to get a flawed item, whether you purchase it yourself by mistake from wherever, or for me, I purchased this from an online retail arbitrage website and it was flawed. The top was, I thought the whole item was supposed to be a size 5, but it turned out the top was a size 3, the bottom was a size 5, little kids. And I reached out, they said, we're so sorry, keep the item, we refunded you. I'm like, you know what? I have friends with children, my own children are still not the same size for tops and bottoms, especially my girls when it comes to bathing suits. So I said, you know what? Maybe somebody has a 5-year-old who is tiny that maybe still wears diapers and they need a little extra room in the bottoms. Anyway, I listed them. They sold really quickly on Mercari. The woman wrote me a sweet message saying, we're going to Disney World. I'm trying to buy some things and not break the budget before we leave. And after she got the item, she said they work perfectly. So I was happy with that. I sold them for $5 plus shipping on Mercari. I made a pure profit of $3.85. You know, like that's a couple, what is that? I go to the Dollar Tree a lot. So that's like 2 items these days from the $1.25 tree. So I was happy with that sale. This was just a unique sale, not a huge profit, but I sold this black feather headband, derby style. It has an actual name. I didn't write it in these notes, but I learned something. I learned what it was called. I will type that out here because my mind is blanking. But this had so much attention. It came out of a fun box, a recent ThredUp fun box. I had $2.50 into it. I was really glad it sold on Poshmark so that I could add more weight. I put it in a much bigger than needed to be box just to protect it. And it sold for $16. So who knew? If you find these style of headbands, fascinator, that's it. I probably already wrote it, but it just came to my mind, a fascinator. I just thought that was a super cool name for an item. All right, the next item, I was really excited to find these. They didn't have a ton of attention, so I did include like a 40% off when I was sending offers for several items last week, just trying to clear some stuff out. Was these Karl Lagerfeld black booties. I had $4.78 into them from a local thrift store. They sold for $52. So not the best sale, but still pretty great. Not the best sale in terms of what comps were showing me for these shoes, but I was happy to move them along. They were an item I just had sitting on a shelf because I didn't want anything to happen to them. So off they went. This is kind of the week of me selling stuff that like I normally would not even pick up, but I went to a fill a bag sale, and when things are that cheap, you know, I was worth giving it a go. I sold last week at least 10 pairs of natives and Crocks that were not in the best shape, but I cleaned them up with magic eraser in my kitchen sink, Blue Dawn dish soap, works like a charm. They all sold. So just sharing this pair of native Robbie sneakers, the brand Native. If you can still read Native on the back and the bottoms aren't totally worn, think the same situation with Crocs, pick them up. So I had $1 into these. They sold on Kidizen for $17.85. And they sold within like 2 days of listing. So Native, especially kids. Now Native adult shoes, I do have a harder time moving. They do eventually sell, even if they're brand new. And I probably won't pick up a lot more adult ones. This sale was one I thought would sell super quickly. Did not. Was Harley Davidson. It was a pearl snap women's shirt. And I think the problem was it was women's. I think Harley Davidson sells more for men. But here it is. It sold for $20 on Poshmark. This is an item I picked up back in December. So I was trying to buy a lot of new tags items. December the 1st is the date I have. So, I mean, it took just over 3 months, which isn't terrible. Let's see, I highlighted some sales I'm looking through. All right, this sale I wanted to share. We don't have a Primark here in Orlando. The closest one that I could find was like way up north in the east. Excuse my giant bruise from giving blood. So these sold in less than 24 hours. They were just a plain old pair of high top sneakers. They were white, but they had the Disney Fab 5, Mickey, Pluto, all of that. And they sold on Poshmark for $25, which I believe was my full asking price. And there you go. So great sale, super, super fast sale. And those were all of my notable sales to share with you. You know, I had a lot of $10 to $25 sales last week, which is fine. It was great to kind of get rid of some older inventory. Today's my photo day. I've got a lot of pictures to take. I definitely saw a drop in my sales this weekend by not listing new items. Just it is what it is. So I'm gonna try to photograph at least 100 items today. Sounds like a hefty goal, but I know I can do it. I've done it before and it shouldn't take me that long because a lot of the items are shoes, which are my favorite and the easiest to photograph. So thank you guys so much for hanging with me on this Monday morning. I hope you enjoyed a couple snippets of my actual life. And I got out 3 videos last week. So if you haven't caught up, make sure you go back and check those out. If you see behind me, I can finally deal with that. I am doing a video on all things The Real. It won't come out. I'm giving them until April 1st because that is 30 days that they have had my items, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts, my feelings, what they took, what they didn't take, the process. And I think it was a little eye-opening to me because I've heard a lot of negativity around The Real, but you know, I've got pros and cons, so make sure you stick with that one. I will also have a Goodwill haul. I treated myself for giving blood and we went to the regular old Goodwill. So I've got another fun box to open. So I'm gonna try to stay on track and hang out with you guys more often. I find YouTube is extra. It definitely pays pennies, and that's fine. I don't do this for the money. I do this because I love to educate. I love to share some knowledge. I love to soak up knowledge from others. So this is my way of giving back. And I've met some amazing friends here, but doing YouTube videos is helps keep me motivated because I want to do these Monday morning what sold videos. And if I'm not listing and working, I won't have anything to share with you. So all right, guys, with all of that said, please give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment. Oh, last thing, if you watched my last video, ThredUp refunded that entire box. So, gross. I wish I had recorded when I told Michael. He didn't know about that till after the fact. His face when I told him what came in that box was like, I just wish I'd taken a photo. He's like, absolutely not. I can't, you're joking. He thought I was joking, then I showed him the photo and yeah. So thank you, ThredUp, for refunding that whole box. All right, guys, I will see you hopefully on Wednesday. Have a wonderful Monday. Bye.